Hi everyone, Chloe with Love here, and we are going to continue our mommy issues on the next episode of Real Housewives of Orange County from 11/11/20. And this was a great episode. Again, I'm loving this theme that the producers have gotten going this year. And this episode opens with Shannon talking to her daughter. Her daughter is writing a book about the issues she had during her parents' divorce. And Shannon's worried about it. And she's worried that her kids are gonna hate her like she hated her parents.
My fear is that as you guys get older, you're gonna hate me. Yeah. I feel awful. I know what a horrible effect my parents screaming and fighting had on me. I know I had a negative impact, and I feel bad about it. I worry that I'm passing on that reactiveness to my kids.
And here's again what we see is the repetition compulsion. Because even though we don't want to repeat the patterns of our parents, we are doomed to do so unless we bring a shit ton of awareness to our behavior. So it sounds like Shannon did that, and one of her daughters is really mad at her, at least, and this other daughter is trying to sort through it. But the good news is that now Shannon is bringing awareness to her behavior, and she really is trying to be a good mom. These are issues that we all struggle with. Next, we see Braunwyn, and Braunwyn's also really trying now to be a better mom and to be more present, especially for her son who is into cross-dressing. And I really applaud her for that because it takes a lot to look at your flaws and to make a change and to be that honest with yourself. So she's making really good strides too.
I asked him if it was an outfit, if it was about the clothes, if it was something more. And he said he didn't know. And he was thinking about it himself, and I didn't push. And yes, as a mother, that freaks me out. But I also know that if you stand in your truth, that you will be a role model and help so many people.
Next, we have the new character, Elizabeth, and she's talking about her sister, who's unfortunately a heroin addict. And she spends a lot of time with her nieces, and she tries to be a mother to them. But she knows that they're growing up with issues because their mother is absent. And that's a really big concern to her as well. But again, you don't need to have your blood relative be your mother. You can get mothering from lots of adult figures in your life. And so again, kudos to Elizabeth for trying to play that role. And luckily the kids also have her mother to help out.
I mean, because someone who does know what's going on, that's so sad. I can't accept it, but I have to. She's a 40-year-old drug addict. My children are my nieces and nephews. They fulfill that maternal instinct that I have inside me as a woman. Set them all up with $1 million trust, each one of them. They don't know it yet, because I don't want them to murder me. Just kidding.
Then we revisit Shannon, still worried about the book and all the damage that she's done on her kids. And yeah, they're probably gonna need therapy because to stop these patterns that are often centuries old, you do really need to look at yourself and to see the origin of where these things have started.
Dealing with them, like you let yourself feel that.
No. See, I'm gonna get teary-eyed right now. Sophie is, my oldest is 18, and she's going to Baylor next year, and she's writing a book on her experience in going through divorce. And I did things that my parents did that have affected me today, and now I know I passed that on to my kids, and it was really hard to...
Finally, we see Braunwyn. She expresses that to stop drinking, she's often had children. So as we know, she has like 7 or 8 children. And she's literally admitting that she did that so that she knew she would take a break from drinking. And again, that is just like amazing honesty. So kudos to her. And now she has like 8 children.
It was honestly when this happened this time, I'm like, Sean, let's just have another baby. Like that has been my easy way out. My drinking's gotten too bad.
Wow.
Oh, 100%. because when it's gotten too bad, it's easier for me to just get pregnant. To do that.
Braunwyn's doing really well with her recovery, and she expresses again that she needs to be careful around her mother. She can't trust her mother, and when she does see her mother tells her she's not as fun now that she's not a drunk, which is, you know, the worst thing that she could possibly hear, because that's her fear. You know, she was always this wild and crazy girl because she was drinking.
It's been a while since I've seen my mom because I don't feel like I can trust her. She found my weak spot that would hurt me the most, and I think now that I'm not drinking, just no one wants to hang out with me except for Gina. It sucks.
But you're not nearly as fun.
But at least she's aware that her mother is a danger zone for her. And, you know, she's gonna be hesitant about trusting her and about spending too much time with her, which is nice. And this episode ends on 11/18 with Braunwyn's renewing her marriage vows. She states that she's never been happier. And it's really capped off by one of her daughters expressing, "Hey, Mom, I look up to you."
You guys always keep your love so alive, and I honestly just find it so inspiring, and I can only dream of having the love that you guys have.
So it's a nice ending to the saga that Braunwyn's been going through. I'm sure we'll see more of it in future episodes, but for now, we're seeing that, yes, there's a dark side to mommy issues, but here her daughter is expressing how much she loves her and how inspired she is by her. So, yes, life is full of problems and issues and things we want to change and are unhappy about. But there's also a lot of joy here and a lot to be grateful for. And I'm happy to see that Braunwyn seeing that is in her family. See you next time.